Sometimes a story doesn't need blood or a body to qualify as a mystery. Sometimes the absence is the horror. Not knowing where they went, not knowing how, not knowing why. This isn't a crime in the usual sense. There are no fingerprints, no suspects, no ransom note, no final phone call. Just a handful of people who stepped into the forests of Vancouver Island and never stepped out again. They were there, and then they weren't. No struggle, no sound, just silence. Cowichan Valley, British Columbia. To most, it looks like a paradise. Towering cedars, ancient moss, rivers that sing and disappear. It's green in every direction, thick and soft and endless. A place where time doesn't rush, a place where stories hide. But not everything here is serene. Some say the forest listens, others say it chooses. And since the 1970s, this valley has earned a quiet reputation. One that never makes the headlines, but lingers on in community bulletin boards and local lips. People go missing here. At first, it's easy to explain. Hikers who went too far off trail, bad weather, wild animals, tragedy wrapped up in rationality. But look closer, and a pattern begins to form. People vanishing on familiar paths, disappearing just moments after being seen. Some are never found. Others are found, somewhere they shouldn't be. Some are found years later, in places that had already been searched again and again. No blood, no prints, no signs of panic, not even a shoe. Gone. Like they stepped into another world. Let's begin with Richard Cole. It's 1971. He's 24 years old, living in a halfway house just outside Duncan, the valley's largest town. A calm day, no reports of distress, no bad weather. He tells someone he's going for a walk. He never comes back. They launch a full-scale search. RCMP, helicopters, volunteers, dogs. They comb the trails, the rivers, the ridgelines. Nothing. Weeks go by, no sign. Eventually, just like so many other cases, they have to call off the search. Then, 13 years later, in 1984, a hunter stumbles on a skeleton deep in the forest. It's Richard, or what's left of him. And the place he was found? Already searched, more than once, by trained professionals. So the question isn't just how he died, it's why no one found him, until the forest decided to let him go. 2 years after Richard was found, another name is added to the valley's list. Dawn Drediger, only 17 years old. She'd just left a small party near a logging road, just a few kilometers from where Richard disappeared. It was daylight, she was sober. A friend walking behind her looked up, and she was gone. The space between them was seconds, but Dawn, never seen again. The RCMP came, the dogs came, and again, nothing. Not a scrap of clothing, not a trace of a struggle, not a single lead, just gone. Each case different, each case impossible, but the feeling is the same. Sudden, silent, final. Now, I need to say something here. If you've read any of David Paulides' Missing 411 work, you've probably noticed something already. This sounds familiar. People vanishing in clusters, disappearing near granite, near bodies of water, found in bizarre locations, or not found at all. No trauma, no explanation, search areas strangely ineffective, dogs refusing to track, sometimes they'll just walk in a circle and then lay down, never able to find a scent. And just to be clear, I'm not trying to rip him off. I'm just saying everything he describes, it's happening here on Vancouver Island. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. The Cowichan Valley isn't just forest. It's home to the Kawutsin people, who've lived here for thousands of years. And according to their oral tradition, there are places in these woods that are not meant to be entered. Places where the land is thin, where the rules change, where the spirits move. They don't call them legends, they call them truths. They speak of portals or watchers, of thin places where the living and the other side overlap. And when you listen, really listen, their stories don't sound like fantasy. They almost sound like warnings. It's 2007. Carl Landon, an experienced outdoorsman, heads toward Mount Provost for a routine hike. He doesn't come back. Again, full search effort. Again, trained crews, helicopters, dogs. The weather is clear. He knew the trails. No sign. Then 2 months later, they find him. Not in a crevice, not lost in undergrowth, hanging suspended from a tree, lifeless. No trauma, no wounds, no indication of how he got there. And the spot? Already searched multiple times. No one saw a thing. You ever feel like the forest is watching you? Maybe it is. And maybe it doesn't like to be watched back. So this isn't a crime in the usual sense. There are no suspects, no criminal, no confession, only questions, only silence. And a place on Vancouver Island where people vanish, quietly, without warning, and without reason. The trees don't speak, the ground doesn't answer, but something out there sees you. And sometimes, it chooses to keep you. If you go walking in the Cowichan Valley, bring a friend. Stay on the path, and whatever you do, don't answer if something calls your name.